Hi guys, welcome to my coffee show. My name is Jack, and today we're going to play with decent again. Maybe we could explore some lever style profiles, and there are plenty of them. And many people consider lever machines and lever style profiles as the best you can have for espresso. I think I kind of agree, although there are some other very nice profiles as well. I really love that special texture that you get from the lever machine, that thick espresso, that it's so satisfying. You have so many profiles to choose from, so many of them, even some for the tea, and if something is not here, you click on the eye and then you can explore some more. For today I will choose the well-known Londinium profile, and we will compare it with Cremina profile. So let's start with the Londinium. Before I bought Decent, I had like a few machines I shortlisted that I was considering to get. So there was a ECM heat exchanger with PID and the flow control. There was a Sage or Breville dual boiler. And I also thought about the Londinium machines. I mean, they look stunning. They are great looking machines. There are some issues with them. One of them, and that was the main reason I didn't get them, the heat up time. It takes 45 up to an hour. So what is the Londinium profile? So we're going to heat the coffee with the blast of water. That will compress the pack, but that blast will only last for a few seconds. Okay, so there is just to prevent the channeling. So huge blast of water, something like those saturated group heads like GS3 got, and then there will be a pre-infusion. So the water flow will go down, the pressure for the pre-infusion, so that will be pressurized pre-infusion, 3 bars for a certain period of time. And then the water flow may go up, but the pressure definitely will go up to 9 bars, and then it will gradually going down. Supposedly, because of that first stage, supposedly that should give that thick mouthful of espresso, especially the first sip. Probably you've seen the video when John, the founder of the Decent, was explaining this profile. He mentioned it feels like a cup of mayonnaise on top of the espresso. The comparison that I don't really like. Green line is a pressure, so as you can see there will be some pre-infusion and then it will go up. This one doesn't show everything, as you will see when we have a live extraction. The temperature for this shot will be 89 degrees. The coffee, we have to use some coffee, I guess. Today we're going to play with gentleman's barista. So I guess I can consider myself being a gentleman, so why not use a gentleman's barista? It's a coffee from London. I think they've got like 10 shops. I met them during the London Coffee Festival. If you haven't seen, check my video. Very nice people. Very nice coffee as well. That's the most important. So this particular coffee, it's from Brazil, and the tasting notes we're supposed to get today is a chocolate, marmalade, Brazil nut, and apricot. As you see, purposely I haven't opened the bag, so we will be dialing in. Maybe you are considering getting Decent and you want to see what's that all about. Well, I will show you. One thing I have to say about the Decent, that's never a boring machine. When you get a regular coffee machine, you are, wow, the first month is great, and then you pull a shot after shot after shot, and they are good, but they are all the same shots. You may, if you're lucky, you may have a flow profile, flow paddle, and this machine can offer a lot. Not for everybody, but for me, I really enjoy. And if I want something more classic, I always have my La Pavoni. 18 grams of coffee, 36 grams of liquid in about 40 seconds. That's what I'm aiming for. As a grinder, I will use niche because it's a bit easier. For this style of espresso, I think niche could be better. Let's start with number 10 on the niche, and then we will see. By the way, it's always a good time to click like now before you see the rest of the video. Who knows, it might be a disaster, so better to click like now. And if you haven't, subscribe. I will also put some affiliate links in the description. If for Amazon, if you want to support the channel, you can click on those links. I may get some small commission and you pay the normal price, so thank you very much. So it's shot number 2. The first one was too fine. So I'm on a setting number 13 on the niche. It also looks like it's choking, but look how thick. Look at that. How nice and thick. It probably will be a bit too slow. Look at that. This shot took over a minute, so much more than I was aiming for. So, but have a look. So there was that water flow that hit the pack, then the water flow went down. The machine was struggling to keep the pressure because the pack was so dense, the pressure wanted to go up. And then the slow, so the flow of the espresso I actually like because it was about even the water flow. It's just that the water flow I would like slightly higher. I strongly recommend to taste every shot, just so you know. Normally with that kind of shot I would just mix it with milk and that would be perfect. I'm expecting this to be over extracted and a little bit bitter. Purposely I won't use the spoon. I just want to taste the top of the espresso first. You know what, it's not bad. Lots of nuts in that first sip. Not too much bitterness, I would expect more, but no fruitiness. So the marmalade, apricot, you know what, maybe a little bit of apricot. I would say nuts and apricot, but just not sweetness of apricot, just the flavor of apricot. But this is a very drinkable shot. Let's go for number 16 and then we will see. Okay, I think we may get something. So you see that kind of a thickness. Few drops are okay during the pre-infusion. And then it's going up. Nice flow, maybe slightly too bright, but... And the shot looks very nice. Let's look at the screen. It took 38 seconds. I would like to see the espresso line even without blah 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 blah. So that could be my pack prep or whatever. But otherwise, that should be it. So obviously, as always, if you notice anything that I'm doing wrong or something that should be or could be improved, just let me know in the comments. This shot looks better. The crema, in the first shot, the crema was kind of a dark, like a burnt sugar. This one it's nice hazelnut crema. I will taste the first sip without mixing it. Great. Smells, because it's a naturally processed coffee, so there are almonds definitely, and chocolate. Now the taste of the shot. Ooh. Cocoa powder, some fruits in the background, less nutty than the first shot. Very thick shot, and that's first because of the profile, then also because I'm using the niche, which also adds up to the body of the shot. There is a little bit of sweetness, apricots, maybe somewhere, marmalade. There is a sweetness, so that we can call it a marmalade. This is a shot you would enjoy. I mean, yes, I could play with it. I'm not sure. Let's say longer pre-infusion or something else. Maybe to do it in 35 seconds instead of 40. Choices are yours. You know, this machine allows you to play with everything. By the way, that's a small digression. How do you know how they choose the tasting notes for any given coffee? So when you get those tasting notes here, do you know how they choose them? Well, most of them, what they do the cupping. So the flavor notes you have here are the flavor notes from the cupping. Now, the cupping is a bit different than espresso. The cupping is a bit different than a pour over. So far I found one producer, and that's a Hart and Graft coffee roaster, that put 3 different types of tasting notes. So the tasting notes from the cupping, and that's on the bag. And then on the website you can also find the tasting notes if you use that coffee for espresso, and the tasting notes that if you use that coffee for a pour over. Very interesting, and something I would like to see with more coffee roasters. But this coffee, very, very good. Especially if you like a kind of more old-fashioned espresso shots. Now we will play with Cremina shot. So the Cremina is another great lever machine. Londinium, I think there are 2 springs, so that creates a little bit different profile. Correct me if I'm wrong. Cremina will be something similar to my La Pavoni. Now, that will be a sacrilege for either Cremina or La Pavoni owners, but some similar style of shots to La Pavoni. Now, here they recommend to have a 50-second of extraction. If the decent tell me to do 50 seconds of extraction, 50 seconds of extraction it will be. Now, this is an advanced profile with lots of different ways to influence it. I will try just to play with the grind settings. If I'm able to reach the targets, I will just try to play with the grind settings. So, pre-infusion at 1 bar of pressure. Then the pressure will ramp up to 9 bars, and then the slow decline. Machine will decide when to move from one stage of the profile to another. So there is a pre-infusion, then there is a soak, then the ramp, and then the ramp down. Very interesting profile. Not the most difficult. Start with the same setting as for Londinium profile. So that's number 16. Now the pressure should go up. Okay, looks like probably a bit too fast. I didn't set the profile to stop at the weight, so we slightly overshoot the. So now we've got 41 grams instead of what we are aiming for, 36, and it took 38 seconds. So we will taste it, and then I will try to adjust the settings. Okay, not the best looking graph, but you see there is an introduction of water. Then the water flow goes down pretty much to 0. The pressurized pre-infusion at 1 bar instead of 3 bars like it's with Londinium. Then it ramps up and it goes down. I'm getting more like a baked, like something was baking, baked cake or something. And then there are some almonds. I will have a first sip before I mix it. Okay, so we will pull it one more time. This time we will be aiming for that 50 seconds of extraction. It's a good shot, but it is thinner, and it looks like the concentration of flavor notes is not here. I mean, I can taste something, and it's a good espresso. I can taste similar flavor notes. It's just they are less pronounced. Okay, so there is some, like a little bit of the sourness, there is a bitterness. What was pleasant in the Londinium shot was that texture, that mouthful. Here, a slightly thinner shot. It took 38 seconds on the setting number 16. So should I go for number 14? 14 and a half. So here you click on limits. Yeah. And then stop at weight. Okay. And then we have the weight 36.8 grams. I won't be changing anything else because as you can see, that's an advanced profile, and I'm not an advanced user. The flow looks okay-ish. And we have a beautiful shot. Well done, Jack. It took 49 seconds. We were aiming for 50, so I'm happy with that. Now, water was introduced, then it went down. The flow of espresso, well, it is what it is. So there is still that baked element in the aroma, in the smell, but the almonds are more pronounced now, so the sweetness of the almonds hits me first. Okay, so this shot is more fruity than the first Cremina shot. The flavor notes are pretty much exactly the same as the flavor notes from Londinium style. Okay, there are some nuances, but very similar. The main difference is, as I said with the first shot, the main difference, this shot from Cremina, well, Cremina style shot, it's thinner. Londinium style shot, it's much thicker, and that makes the difference. Flavor wise, they are both great. Why am I doing those videos? First of all, I want to introduce you to the Descent. There are other videos out there, and probably some of them are much better than mine, but I show you what the regular person, the amateur, how my struggle with those profiles looks like. Maybe I will be able to help you with something. There are some people that say, well, there are so many profiles on Descent, but probably they all taste the same. Some profiles are similar, yes. So today the flavors were similar, but because of difference in extraction, we managed to get a difference, substantial difference in a texture today, okay? Not a flavor, but in a texture. Again and again and again, that's what that machine offers you, the possibility to play and to explore. Today, should I declare a winner? Well, for today the winner is a Londinium. The tasted better. The overall texture and the taste was better, but the Cremina, not bad at all. So guys, if you are still here, definitely click like, subscribe. Are there any other profiles you would like to see? I'm thinking about the turbo. I don't think I ever pull a turbo shot in my life, so that's a kind of jump on a deep water. I want to compare Descent with Flair Pro 2. I want to compare Descent with La Pavoni. Which profile do you think I should use on the Descent? For today, thank you very much for watching. My name is Jack and I'm slightly over caffeinated. This is my coffee show, and hopefully I will see you soon. Thank you, bye.